Well, that's it. We're coming to a close of IDEX in Abu Dhabi. It's been a long week, an interesting week. The footfall, it seems from my perspective, has been quite high. Joined obviously by Tim Fish here, who's been heading up the editorial coverage, as you know. Tim, what do you think about the show? How's it been for you?
IDEX is always a really interesting show. There's a lot of people here from all over the world with all their new equipment, so you're always bound to find something new to report on. This year in particular has been a lot better than the previous two iterations of IDEX. There seems to be a lot more vehicles all over the place, and it's been great to find some time to go and research all those.
So, from your perspective, what's been, I don't know, the highlights, the most interesting thing maybe you've seen?
The main highlight on the floors here at IDEX has been the main battle tank behind me, which is the Chinese VT4 made by Norinco. I think it's the first time it's been seen outside of China, so it shows that the Chinese are really looking to try and secure some exports in the Middle East region and beyond for their equipment.
Are there any, I don't know, programs or any sort of newsworthy features which have popped up, do you think?
We've had a couple of major announcements. I think the one that's kind of taken the headlines has been the decision by the UAE to award Otokar, a Turkish manufacturer, a massive contract for an 8x8 vehicle. It's been produced in partnership with Tawazun, a local company here in the UAE. It's called the Rabdan, and it's a new variant of the Armour 8x8 vehicle, which has been specifically designed so it can fit the turrets from the BMP-3 tracked vehicle, so that they can keep that capability on their new armoured fighting vehicles.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the Chinese tank behind us, there's a few other heavily armoured vehicles around. Anything to sort of say or comment about that?
Yeah, one of the interesting aspects of this show is that you have two Leopard 2 tanks here. One is from KMW, German manufacturer, and the other one's from Rheinmetall, also a German manufacturer, and they're both competing for upgrades for the Leopard 2 tanks here in the Middle East region. One's got a version from Poland, which is the version that Poland's getting, and the KMW's got the Qatari 2A7 version, which they're trying to market out here. And outside on the main floor is a Leclerc main battle tank, which is one of the ones that the UAE has, and the French company Nexter is trying to push an upgrade of that vehicle out here as well.
Outside of IDEX, of course, you've got Navdex, which is where all the maritime stuff is. Any highlights from that part of the show?
Over at Navdex, we've had the pleasure to see a new OPV, which is designed for coastal protection. It's called the Ariala, and it's been on show here for the first time. So it's been quite interesting to see that.
What about in general then? What's the market been like? Is there more stuff at the show this year? Do you think people got more money to spend? Is it rebounding? I don't know.
There seems to be some growth. This is kind of brought into perspective by the UAE's Presidential Guard. They've got a program for a new 4x4 vehicle for their 3 units. There's 4 competitors for that. You've got Supercat with their new Deserts version of the HMT 400. You've got Nimmer, which is a local competitor with their new rapid intervention vehicle. And then you've got offerings also from Polaris with the Dagor, and General Dynamics OTS with their Flyer 72. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out.
Well, thanks very much. We're just about to wrap up, obviously. Just again, thanks so much for everyone that's watched the videos, read the stories online. Shephard Media will bring you all the latest news and coverage from the next show we're at.